Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So where have I been? I have been working as a nail tech. I have been a nail tech for 3 years now. I started on the side originally when doing uni because you don't get a maintenance loan with doing an open university degree, and essentially I was just skint and I wasn't making my own money. In the last 3 years I've become a nail tech, opened my own salon, become an educator, done online training. Yeah, now I have a whole salon and it's amazing. So in that time I did drop out of the OU. It's probably no surprise you guys haven't seen my face for a while. I finished my second year and then I went on to do my third year. I did start my third year, but I basically just went cold turkey, didn't touch it, and completely failed the module because I didn't hand in any of the work. I probably quit it in the worst way possible because now I do have to pay for that module that I didn't actually end up doing, but that was through my fault and how I handled the situation. Bringing us round to 2026, and the whole of December I was thinking I really want to get back into it, and I looked on the module website, realised that I had probably about 8 days left to register to restart again in January, and within 2 days I was back. I had re-registered and I'm going back to uni. I'm still doing it with the open uni, I'm still doing an open degree, but I am kind of having more of a focus on the law side of things. I do still want to pick up business things, but I'm sure I'll go into that at another point. That basically the business side of courses from the OU isn't something that's really interesting me because it's a lot of finance and numbers, and that's not something that I particularly enjoy. So I have picked back up the open uni and I am ready to study again. I think I wanted to go back to uni because I was just really missing having a bit of structure in my life. I'm very, very fortunate to be in a position where I choose what I want to do every single day. Obviously I have days where I work and I do clients, but the rest of the time I'm very much working, filling in my own diary, filling in my own schedule, and as much as that is wonderful and absolutely everything that I want, I also kind of miss having a bit of structure of someone kind of telling me what to do in terms of follow this and it will lead to this, because when you run your own business and your own life like that, you never really know what the outcome is going to be. So I think I just really missed the education side. I did an awful lot of nail training courses and by no means have I done them all. There are still a few that I want to complete, but I really just wanted to get back into just like writing essays and like getting down to like the nitty-gritty, which I know is probably sounds a bit nerdy, but I do quite enjoy that, and I felt like that was an aspect of my life that was slightly missing. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work, but I just felt like for myself, I'd also kind of not given up, but like I'd put it on pause, and I felt like I'd had enough time away now to be able to come back. And I think that's one of the beauties of doing something with the OU, that my modules and my credits were still valid for the first 2 years that I did. So coming back to it, I just jumped straight into year 3, which is technically year 2. But yeah, I think I just missed learning and education in that sense. I chose the open uni in the first place for the flexibility, and I think that this really rings true of this situation. I am able to still run my business, work as and when I want, but also still hopefully achieve a degree by the end of it. I had a lovely comment the other day from someone basically saying, what a dropout, this is why OU degrees don't work, and I actually find it funny that that's like the last comment that's been left on my channel, because I'm now here saying that I am coming back and I'm gonna prove you wrong. Oh, don't get me wrong, I haven't jumped back in just because of that comment, but it is going to be slightly satisfying to prove that person wrong. It's mainly about personal growth, personal development, and just still learning. I know it sounds like a little bit cringe and maybe a bit cliche, but I just really enjoy it. Having something to think about that's slightly different to my day-to-day, because law is very different to what I am doing 24/7. So I've got my creative side and then my slightly more academic side in terms of doing my OU degree. And the way that I am planning on scheduling it is it's going to be 1 day OU and then the rest of my life will continue how it is. I'm very fortunate to be able to carve out that time because of what I do and the position that I'm in. So I know I'm super lucky to be able to do it this way, but I want to prove that I can do it. And it's just a feat for myself, really. It's just something that I personally want to do. There isn't going to be anything that I specifically want to do career-wise that will involve directly what I've been learning, but I just want to do it. I feel like I'm ready again. I think now was the perfect time to dive back in to the OU, because the last 3 years I have completely built my business from scratch. It's been a complete roller coaster, but I also feel like now I'm in a really lovely position where I can go on holiday, or I can take a bit of time off, or I can work 2, 3, 4 days a week, and the rest of the time the salon run itself with the amazing girls that I have. So it feels like I can balance it a little bit better. I'm into more of the flow of things. I feel like I can carve out that time, and I can have that little bit of extra time that I need available to be able to study, because of the position that my business is in now. It doesn't take up 110% of my time, it just takes up 100% of it. So I am going into year 2 of uni, which will be my 3rd year studying, kind of my 4th because I did drop out, but I am studying the modules W250 and W230, which is evidence law and family law. These were, to me, kind of the best pick out of a bad bunch because I'm starting in January, hence me not having as many options as someone that starts in October. However, I have done a little bit of reading through the modules and I think they sound super duper interesting. So although it's not going to translate to my life in terms of work and career, I wanted to pick things that I was interested in and passionate about. Hence why me choosing business would have probably been a better move for my life. But I'm not interested in the finance side of business. It really doesn't interest me. In order for me to get it done and to fulfill the personal goal that I've got for myself, I felt like I needed to keep it fun and interesting and exciting, which is why I really like doing the open degree, because you can pick any modules as long as it adds up to 360 credits and you will get a degree by the end of it. I think having the previous experience that I've had from the past couple of years doing the OU and the experience that I gained during that is definitely going to help me plan out my studies and how to tackle the years as I go ahead. I'm definitely going to be a little bit more efficient with my time rather than writing notes and stuff for the sake of it. I am going to definitely try and streamline that process as much as possible, be super organised and just make sure that I am ahead of the game. It's now currently the end of January. My assessments aren't due, the first ones aren't due until the end of February, but I am making a start on them now so that I am able to then fulfill my deadlines and make sure that everything is super organised and I'm not in a flap leaving it till the last minute, which is something that I definitely did towards the end. So hopefully that's given you guys a bit of a life update. To be fair, I wasn't really sure what to say other than the fact that I'm going back to uni, I'm picking up where I left off, and I want you guys to be involved in the journey of it again. I would love to know if you guys have any questions. I was thinking of doing a Q&A, so if you do have any questions that you'd like me to answer specific to OU, studying, what I'm up to, anything like that, anything life update wise, please do let me know and I will be sure to film another video with a little Q&A. If there is anyone studying with the OU, I would love to know. Please leave me a little comment down below because I know that it can be super lonely sometimes and I need all the motivation and accountability that I can get. So if anyone else is doing a similar thing, I would love to hear about it. And apart from that, I am about to go and do a little study sesh and I will catch up with you guys in my next video. Remember to give this channel a little subscribe if you are studying the OU or you want to see more on my journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!